Oh, finally. Hello, hello, hello. How are we? Good Lordy. Whew. I got one person in the room and 2 thumbs up. Yay! Love you, dear. Love you, honey. Hi, my Andy. Hello, Miss Michelle. Hi, Kristen. Oh, yeah, I'm good. I'm just losing my mind, you know. Just my standard issues. Yeah, I did want to go live. It was like just spinning around. It's like, no, I don't want to. I'm not doing it. You can't make me. All right. No, it was just, I don't know. It's like, I hit the live button and all of a sudden it was just like spinning. And I was like, oh, the black swirl of death. Yes, there we go. Just what I needed in this world. I don't know. YouTube's been having a lot of issues lately. Makes me just want to strangle somebody. All right. Let's put some corners on this thing. Take some corners off this thing. Hey, man, I don't like that. Oh, lady brain, I can't push go live. All right, I need some blue ink. Blue, 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 blue. Something light and classy. Oh, that's cool. As long as it's really old, you won't get any flack from anybody. If it's like not that old, people will give you flack for it. Just do what you damn well please. What is this? Pool party. Is it blue? Let's see if this is blue. I don't know. He's kind of green. Kind of greenish. Faded jeans is too much. Oh, you know what? Kristen, hold on. I had that issue. So let me show you what I do. 2 tools you probably have. This is a 1/2 inch or 3/4 inch. I think it's a 1/2 inch circle punch. And all I do, like if I wanted to put a closure on this, all I do is take my regular old punch, whatever one you use to make the hole on your tag, punch it, then put your punch upside down, center the hole, and there you have a hole reinforcer. Do 2 of them, you put one on either side. And it literally works as good as any one of the plastic ones that you can buy commercially. So I would just take them. Now I need something that's not blue. What I do is I glue the first one down, just straight down onto the card, onto my cardstock or whatever it is I'm doing to make my tag. I glue the first one down. Then I just take my hole punch, line it up, punch through that hole, and then line the other one up on the other side and glue it down. And it doesn't, I mean, it won't tear out because it'll hold pretty good. And it's like 3 layers of cardstock. Easy peasy. Because there's nothing that I hate more than spending all this time to make this tag, and then you go to put the string on it and you just pull that little bit too much and it rips right through. Oh, I get so mad. People wonder why I throw things around my craft room. And exactly, you can make them any color you want. And you can make them out of any cardstock you want. So if you've got something like this, that's like going to be in a, if you're going to put one like in a journal where you know it's going to get a lot of pulling in and out, use 110-pound cardstock. And if you don't, you want to match it perfectly, then just use white cardstock. You can tint it any color you want. I need blue, blue, blue. Come on. Okay, let's try dilutions. Let's see if dilutions gives me the color I want. That'll work. Yep, that works. I have to be careful on this one because I stupidly put lace on part of it. It needs to be bluer. There we go. Bluer, bluer. Okay. In the slot, in the slot. Fantastic. You need a butterfly. You need a flat butterfly, but you need a butterfly. Flutterbys. Oh, flutterby. No, 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 no. I need a flat flutterby. Um, let's see. What do people look for in downloads? Hi, Kristen. Um, uniqueness. Um, these I have a video for these on my channel with all the dimensions and everything. This time I'm trying a different approach though. I'm actually putting lace between them. Usually I use a socket here so that I've got like a really deep, thick pocket so I can put like bulky stuff on the tag if I want to on the tabs. But this one I tried just using lace just to see if I could get a different effect. Yeah, what people are looking for in some go to Etsy and look at a couple of places and just put in digital download, ephemera, graphics package. You'll get a lot of different ones. And what they're looking for is like a lot of people like to do like a journal package that's got 6 to 8 pages in it, maybe 10 pages, and then like some ephemera pieces to go with it. I know that when I shop for graphics, what I look for is like tags, designed tags, things like that. But it's kind of a matter of personal preference, but I am a huge buyer of digital downloads. I have 4 terabytes of storage and I use them all. My philosophy is you can never have too much storage. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Shell. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what to do with the Bumblebee tag. Like, I thought it would be really cool when I did it. And so I did it, but now I don't know what to do with it. I might go in this pack. Because in this pack, I have different kinds of bugs. Like dragonflies, and I've got some ladybugs in here too. There's a ladybug. Come here, little ladybug. So I don't know. I might put some weird bugs on this one. I just never know what I'm going to do until I do it. I have a yellow ladybug. I don't know where she went, though. She just disappeared. You know what? You're going to be my pocket. Yep, you're going to be my pocket. Yeah, it would. Yeah, see? Now you're my pocket. Put the ladybug on here, too. There's a ladybug over here. Maybe the ladybug there. Maybe I'll put the ladybug in the middle. Who knows? Maybe. Who knows? We'll figure it out.
Yeah, these are cute. You can like write something personal on the front, and then on the back you can put a recipe card. They're really cool for that. I've done that when you do those, you know, like you make the jar and you put like the cookie mix in it or something. I'll put this on it as a tag and like write a personal message on here, and then on the back I'll write the recipe for the cookie mix. Of course, I use a bigger jar than that, but you get the idea. You know, you put the jar, you put it on the jar, you get a big jar, you put it on the jar. Looks really cool that way. I don't know what I'm going to do with this guy, but I've got like this guy and that guy. So maybe I'll put this guy. Maybe I won't. Maybe. Let me see if I have any honeycomb cut. If I have a honeycomb cut out, maybe I will put the honeycomb on the tag and make a honeycomb tag. I just have to see if I have any honeycombs cut. I have flutterbys and shoes. Yeah, I'm lazy, so I pre-cut. No. No, no. 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 It might be out of honeycombs. Man, gonna make me get out a cutter. Those are all bubbles. Bubbles don't work. I need honeycombs. Bubbles. What is this? It's cool, but no. No. No, no, no. 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 Those are all dream catchers. Those are all corsets, I think. Yes, okay. I'm going to have to cut a honeycomb. I need a honeycomb. Hi, Nancy. Yes, I'm way over organized. I have to be. Because I forget stuff really easy. So I have to make sure that I'm uber organized. Let's see. Honeycomb. Honeycomb. It's going to be not with mermaids. Where's my bumblebee? It's going to be in with my bumblebee. It's fairies. And that's all clothing. That's all clothing. Tags. Delivery stuff. Disney stuff. Skulls. A palm. Mermaid. Don't make me take one out of inventory. I'm gonna be mad. Oh well, gonna have to go to the drawer. Oh yeah, yeah. No, Arlene, I have my shop is currently closed till the 5th of October. Because I am like in the process of loading in about 100 new items. And I wanted to make sure that I had, we're doing the inventory. So I wanted to make sure that I had everything right before I put anybody in. And so I will do I'll do an announcement video when I reopen the store, and I will be giving a discount code to all the viewers that'll be good for a 2-week sale in the shop. Because like I said, I just put 100 new items in. I just added today, I added some stamps. I added new lace. I have some brand new cutting dies I just put in. And apparently a whole bunch of stickers. Because, yeah, I did a sticker haul. Oh, H8. But yeah, I went in and I'm reducing. I've been having a problem with my Zibbit shop and the shipping costs. For some reason, Zibbit just like goes back crazy, and they like charge a fortune for shipping on certain items, and I don't know why. Because it's like, if you get a big item, like let's say you go to my shop and you buy one of my journals. To ship the first journal is $8. Now, if you bought 2 journals, it's like it says with another item, it would be, how much is the next item? Well, if I go by logic, if you're going to buy a journal, it's $8 to ship it. If you're going to buy 2 journals, if you buy another of that item, it would be another like $4 to ship. Well, the way Zibbit calculates it is if you buy a journal, it's $8, and then each additional item is $4. So it like goes crazy with shipping price. So if you buy anything that has, so what I always tell people is put the order in. 2 things, 1 of 2 things. 1, put the order in, and I will go in and I will package your order. I will put it on the scale, tell you how much, determine how much it's going to cost for me to ship to you, and then refund the difference. I do that anyway. And if I have a sale and you don't have a code, I generally will give you the discount anyway and then refund the difference. Or I tell people, go in and put in the order, like you're going to put it in, screenshot the order, and then email me the order, and I will set it up and put it in as a VIC for you, so that you just go into the shop and it'll just have a VIC order for it, and it'll have your name, and you just order it, and the shipping and everything's already calculated into the full price. Because sometimes Zibbit can get a little weird and a little crazy and a little stupid. Because if you buy a journal and you buy a pack of stickers, it shouldn't cost you $4 more to have percent, because it's not going to cost you anything. I'm going to put that in the $8 flat rate envelope, but Zibbit gets crazy and weird and stupid, and there's just no way around it. So I always just tell people, put it in, decide what you want, and then drop me an email and tell me that you have it in order for me, and you either want the refund or here's what I want from the store, and I'll just manually take it out of inventory. Because I don't know why Zibbit hates me, but it hates me. So basically, you just go in and shop, and then you tell me what you want, and I just make a special order for you. I'm also thinking I'm going to start putting VICs for auctions. Sort of like people that put the listings in Etsy, but it doesn't cost me anything to list in Zibbit. So it doesn't cost me anything, and it doesn't cost me anything to ship in Zibbit either. So I'm thinking I might do it where I start putting them in my Zibbit shop so people just pay straight through the shop. So they'll have their invoice and everything right through the shop. I try really hard. Okay, so now I have to make a tag for this thing. And I want to put some honeycomb on it. What color should I put the honeycomb? I'm kind of liking this. It's not too yellow. Might do this. That's part of this. I don't have to get out the big one. Yeah, I think this if it does want the extra time. What can I say? They love me. Let's see if this is going to be. Oh, it's just going to barely make it. I wish they would make longer plates for these little sidekicks. You know, like an extended plate for the sidekick, but they don't. But that's okay. Where did you go? Because what I do have, I picked these up on one of my scavengers for like $2. I have a set of Sizzix. And they fit. Now let's see if they're the right height. No. Oh no. They're not thick enough. All right. Well, we'll just cut it on the short ones. Nope, to die cut. It's going to make pretty paper. So I'm going to cut one half and then I'll cut the other half. Because I don't want to bring out the big shot. Because I'm far too lazy for that. Slide it down. Slide it on. There we go. Come on, get in there. There we go. Okay. Come on, everybody out of there. Perfect. I like it. I like it a lot. You can, if you're using the sidekick and you have a surface, you can lock it down and turn it, but this suction doesn't work for crap. It doesn't work for caca. Now this says it works in the sidekick, which means it should work in that, but it doesn't. Not without adding another platform to it of some kind. It says it's compatible, but they lie. probably would work if I put in the pads for embossing. That might make it work. I'll have to mess around with it and see, because I got a couple of dies that are pretty long that are narrow that I'd rather put through the Sidekick than having to get out my big one, my big machine. All right, now I need to get this down here, and I don't want to glue it because I'm lazy like that. I need a gluey machine. Okay. One small gluey machine. One small gluey machine. Come in. Come in. You know you want to go through there. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Fantastical. One gluey machine. This is the part everybody always forgets, and then they complain that their Xyron doesn't work. Yes, it was a Xyron. I got this at the thrift store for $3. And it came with a cartridge. And it makes anything I want into a sticker. And you know what it's the best thing in the world for? Doilies. How many of us hate doilies? Like, you hate having to glue them down because they've got all those little intricate parts, and if you don't get all the way around the edge and it doesn't stick. I run my doilies through my Xyron machine. And I'll like run a whole doily through and like only use a part of it. So I'll take the rest of it and just kind of put it in a bin. And then next time I need a doily, I just go in there and take the piece that I need. Yeah, for anything like this where there's like, look how small this is. Could you imagine how long I'd be sitting here with even with a fine tip glue going through trying to glue this down? There's always going to be something that I miss, and it's always going to pop up somewhere. I use my Xyron all the time. I have 3 of them. I have the big one that's like the 6-inch one, 8-inch one. I have that one, which is the 5-inch, and then I have the little 1.5-inch quick run it through one. I even gave one to my granddaughter. She loves the thing. I would have too, Michelle, except that I don't want that glossy look on here that Mod Podge leaves, and I don't care which one you use, you're going to get that glossy look. And I don't want that. I want the Dragonfly to stand out, but I want this to kind of be in the background because it's going to be behind a tag. By the way, this is one of the dies you can get in my shop. The honeycomb die. This is one of my dies. Just thought I'd say that since it's there, you know. And yes, if you watch my craft room tour, I am disgustingly organized. And that's too flowery. No. No. I have all of this. I like this. I mean, it's too big, obviously, but I do like the look of it. Maybe. I hate having to pick out tags for stuff. Like, why do we have to put tags in things? Why can't I just give you a pack of tags with something and just let you do it yourself? Flowers. Maybe. No. I mean, I like flowers with bees, but not those flowers. They're just the wrong color. Yeah, I like to leave stuff, like when I do my journals, I always leave everything blank, but I kind of do them, I would say 65 to 70% done. And then I leave a lot of flip spaces and stuff for people to write and things. But I very rarely make a journal that I'm not making for a person. Because most of my journals are commission work. So most of the journals you guys see me work on are commission piece. See, and this is perfect, but it's too big. Too big. I need a little itty bitty tag. I don't want to do burlap. I just did burlap. Beige. I'm just going to do a beige tag. Question is, which color beige? With this. This is what the OttLite's for. Too bright. Perfect. Let's see if I like this. Too small. Don't like that. Let me think. Let me think. Need the right size tag. Let's try that. That would work. M. Mm-hmm. I would lose my mind if it wasn't attached inside of my head. I really would, because I just lost that stupid tag. Here it is. Get on there. Okay. Well, I saw one on my Scaventure the other day, and I was so angry because I know what they did. They saw the pieces to it and thought that they were junk and threw them out. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the press that you can get that presses out dies. It comes with its own dies, and you can use small dies in it. But it's like it's like a giant pair of pliers, and there's a little bar that you can put on the table so you can press down on it. And it's 2 metal plates, and they press together and they cut out the dies. And they had one at the store the other day when I was doing my Scaventure, and they only had like 3 plates in the box. And I know what happened. They saw those little plates and they were like, oh, these are garbage, and they threw them out. And I was just like, oh, because I knew that's what they did. And I was just so angry. Because they don't get it. They don't realize that this stuff has got value to certain people, us, and they just throw stuff away. This one cuts its own little tag top thing here, so I have to be careful with this one because I could rip this very easily. There's really no way to reinforce it. Right on the edge of the tag. It's a little too long. I tried before my cutter got here, my die cutter got here. I tried everything, like my marble rolling pin. I'm like out in the backyard with my piece of plexiglass, and my rolling pin. Didn't work. Didn't even put a mark in the paper. I couldn't even emboss with it. I was like, really? You see, now he becomes my bucket. I like it. It's kind of funky. Okay. All right, so I'm done with this one and this one. I hate this tag. I got to figure out something to do with it, but I hate the tag. And then, let's see, still got to do something on the inside of this one. Okay. Let's see. Stuff. Pretty much done with this one. Pretty much done with this one. Done with this one. Done with this one. Definitely done with this one. Okay. So I need to put some jewels or something on that. That needs something sparkly. Okay. Put my ink away.
Oh, that's a good deal, 10 cents.
You know, I watch, Laura and I talk about this a lot. You know, I do my sales and I do them once a month, and I do it that way because I don't want people to get burned out on my sales. But I also know that I sell stuff cheaper than just about anybody else there is because I'm cheap. Because realistically, I only sell this stuff so that I can keep scaventuring. Because if I kept everything that I scaventured, there would be no room in my house. I would be like outside sleeping because there would be absolutely no room left in this house. And I have a big house. But I was talking to Laura and I said, you know, I'm going to probably go to de-stash a lot of this stuff. I'm probably going to start doing 2 sales a month for a few months. Because like I went on one scaventure where I got legitimate vintage little golden books in pristine mint condition. These things have like never been even opened. And I got like 3 or 4 copies of each one, and they were popular stories. And I wanted like $3 for them. And I had taken them down to my antique guy and had him look at them. And he told me they were between $5 and $7 a piece. So I figured $3 was more than fair. I couldn't sell those things to save my backside. Could not sell them. And then I go to somebody else's show, you know, somebody else's sale, and I see them auctioning off the books that aren't even in the same quality. They're not even vintage. And they're auctioning them off for like $8 and $10. And I was like, what the hell? And I mean, I get it. Maybe that day, you know, people were buying the books, and maybe on the day that I was selling them, they weren't. But still, it frustrates me sometimes when I have stuff that I will put up for sale, and I put it up at what I consider to be an extremely reasonable price, and nobody buys it. And then the next day I see them buying the exact same stuff in another live sale for 2 or 3 times the price. And I'm like, oh my God, people. Oh my God. Where were you yesterday? Because yesterday I had those same books for half the price. Yeah, Laura can't cut up books either. She just can't do it. She buys books and then she's like, oh, I'm going to use it in a journal. And I'm like, yeah, sure you are, hun. Because then she gets it and she's like, oh, it's so, oh, look, it's yummy. And she won't cut it up. She just won't do it. She just can't. She can't bring herself to do it. I got to get some room. I've got no room over here. I need a bigger craft table. I told my hubby that he'd shoot me. He's like, no, you don't. These are all the ones I still have to do. This one's sort of done. It needs to be jeweled. Scrap paper, scrap paper, scrap paper. Junk. Got a bunch of. No, I'm going to cut it up. If I buy it to cut it up, I am not developing an emotional attachment. I'm cutting it up. I can cut up any book except one. Well, not a book really. And I got really ticked about it. And somebody they didn't understand why I was upset. But somebody I know got a copy, and it was around the 4th of July. They got a copy of the Star Spangled Banner and like tore it to shreds and used it on tags and did not understand why I was upset by this. I should probably premise this by saying my mother was born on the 4th of July, so it's always been a big holiday in our house. And then somebody gets a copy of the Star Spangled Banner and tears it up. And I was just like, what? Are you kidding me? And it was a vintage copy too. Like, I may not have cared if it was like a brand new copy, but it was a vintage copy. So it kind of irritated me that they just tore it up. Yeah, I'd rather like copy something and tear it up if it's got some kind of value to it. But yeah, she did. And the worst part is she's not even from the United States. And she didn't see that there was a problem. And there were a couple of people that were a little ticked off about this. And she could not see that there was a problem, that people were upset that she had cut up a copy of the Star Spangled Banner. It's the freaking national anthem. What part of this are you not understanding? Well, it's not like it's the Star Spangled Banner. No, you're right. It's a copy of our national anthem. That's like, let me take a copy of the Declaration of Independence and just tear that up. Yeah. Like if it, like I used to live on the East Coast. So I have like, you know, I went to Gettysburg and I have like all the documents and they're like on the paper that's supposed to look old and everything. And I wanted to use the Gettysburg Address in something that I did for my mom years ago, piece of art. And so I took it to Kinko's and I was like, can you get me a photocopy? He's like, well, I can't get the texture, but I can get the look of it. I said, well, get the look of it and then I'll get the texture. So I let him get the look of it. And then I just took it and crumbled it up and crumbled it up and crumbled it up so I could get that kind of bulky old look to it. And then I put it on another piece of paper and I decoupaged it down. And it had the same feel and it had the right color and everything because the, you know, Kinko's their copying is incredible. And it was like perfect. And my mom wanted to kill me because she thought I'd taken that copy that I had since like 1976 of the Gettysburg Address. She thought I took it and like tore it up to put it in this art piece. And I'm like, no, I have the original. And I know it's not the original Gettysburg Address, but it's a replica of the original. So there's a difference between a copy and a replica. That's the way I look at it. Right. When you study history, when you do history, and To me, genealogy is history. When you study history and you do history, you learn to appreciate history. And yeah, I get it. Our country may be in the crapper right now, but it's still like, this isn't even my country, okay? And I was offended that somebody would tear up, the national anthem. And it's really not my country. It was my dad's country, but she was going to get the word Austrian out if she had to spell it 10 times. Let me guess, is your phone spelling for you? I hate spell check on a phone. So I recently got this stamp. I love this stamp. Blah, 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 blah. I got to figure out something to do with it, though. I got to use it on something because that's just too damn funny. Only because when I was a little kid, my mom would yell at me. I'd stand there going, blah, 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 blah. Yes, and you know what? All that is going to be going in my sale, my next sale. I kept this is what I kept out of all those stamps. This is it. The 2 weird frogs, because Amy liked them. My advice doll, pick an age you like and stick with it, because, yeah. The blah, blah, blah. The little horseshoe that said nag, nag, nag. And the little mouse house, like the teacup and the teapot. That's all I kept out all of that. So that whole big bag of stamps is sitting down there in the bin to go into the next sale. I know you like those frogs. That's why I kept them, honey. Because that was like the first thing you said. I love those frogs. So I kept the senior frogs because you needed them. Because you just need to have something cute. So I kept them for you. And wherever you shall land, they shall come to you. We can call that the beginning of your new craft collection. Okay, so everybody hold on for a second because I need to call Amy real quick because we're trying to get her phone working. Stupid phone, dial. Yeah, everybody likes my sticker hauls. Okay. Hold on, Amy. You talk so much now I can't find the phone number. For ringy dingies.
480.
It worked. It worked. It worked. It works. I'm always excited when somebody in our age group figures out technology without there being a teenager in the room. Okay. These things need some blingy dingy. Let's put some blingy dingies on. Yeah? Yeah. Need some big blingy dingies. Let's get out some blingy dingy. Let's get these out of the way. All right. Blingy dingy, blingy dingy, blingy dingy. Blingy dingies and a blingy dingy tool. Let's see. Frog jumps every year. Calveras County, yes. Both of my husbands died. Here will be number 3. Let's see. Honey, what number are you? I joke. I don't joke. It's hubby number 6. They just don't stick. What can I say? Just need some blingy dingy. What is that? That is some cool blingy dingy. Where did that come from? Bummer. I don't have anything that'll work on. Damn. Amy's all proud of herself. You know, it's the worst part, Amy. Right now, you don't have anybody to give you a high five. Virtual high five. Virtual high five. I always, whenever I have to get a new phone, I always go in and I like give them the phone. And I'm like, make phone work. And they just look at me and I'm like, no, make phone work. This one is like, it's got the finger recognition. And I can almost never get this thing to work. And I logged into my bank the other day. And they were like, because this is here, they picked it up and they were like, for security on your account, we'll need to get your fingerprint. Please touch the pad. I was like, oh no, I'll never get in my bank. I'll never get in. And my husband hates it because he's like, how am I supposed to get in your answer your phone? I can't answer your phone. All right. Blingy dingy. Gotta put some blingy dingy on. This is what I like best about these particular tag pieces that I make, because I put in that socket on the bottom I can put bulk stuff inside them. I love that. Because it's got that little gusset pocket at the bottom down here. So I have extra room. Love that. Now, need something here. I'm just going to put pearls on it. Screw it. I got lots of pearls. These little pink pearls. One there. One down here. And then split the difference. My grandkids were never allowed to touch my phone or my keys because their mother was constantly running around going, I can't find my phone. Where's my keys? Who took this? So I never let them touch my stuff. My kids weren't allowed to touch, like my two oldest, who are 24 and 30, they didn't even have a video game until they were like 12 years old. My daughter did not get a computer of her own in her own room until she was 16. My foster kids, there wasn't a whole lot I could do because there's a certain, there's a mandate with them that they have to have certain things in the home. And if they came with a video game system, I had to let them play it because it's their property. But I could limit the hours that they were allowed, this, that, and the other. And I could limit the games they were allowed to play. But by the time my young ones came around, my youngest daughter could not plug in a freaking vacuum, but she was playing video games because her dad let her, because he's real tech, like a real techie. So he let them play with that stuff. And I was just like, no. But they got to play with it. Now my youngest son, who's 17 years old, is like the brainiest person I know. He's like so brainy, it scares me. Maybe go white with this. I don't know. Maybe white. I don't want to do blue. I'm going to go white. Oh, Michelle, at my house, there's a sign over my front door because I have 7 kids. There is a sign over my front door that says 18. It says checkout time, 18. You ask any of my children, even from a very young age, what are you going to get for your 18th birthday? And they'll all tell you the same thing. Matching luggage. They're green and round and about 3 feet tall. Because, kids know it all. And I wanted them out of the house before somebody changed the rules on them. And so when they hit 18, out. And you don't get a driver's license in my house unless you can afford to pay for the insurance, maintenance, and your own car. Now, the youngest one has a permit because he has a job, and he is going to get his license. The 6 that came before him hate his guts right now. We weren't allowed to have our driver's license. How come you get to have a driver's license? And he's like, because I'm paying for it. I'm buying my own car. I'm paying for my insurance. And I'm not borrowing 20 bucks off of mom and dad for gas. Well, he's been saving up to buy a car for about a year now. I don't think he's going to get the car before he moves out. But his siblings hate him right now because they feel like he's getting away with stuff that they didn't get to get away with. What am I going to do with you? I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with you. And I think you're going to get some jewels. Jewels, jewels. Maybe get some open ones. No, no. Yes. I like that. Yeah. Look, and his girlfriend was like, he's got this girlfriend, and she's like, your parents aren't raising you right. You know, you're supposed to this, that, and the other. And my husband and I are like, okay, first off, getting a driver's license is not something that's mandatory. It's a privilege. When you earn that privilege, you may get a driver's license, but you have to pay for it. Of course, she has him convinced that we did him wrong because we homeschooled him. Well, all my kids were homeschooled, and 5 of them have gone to college. Passed college exams, gone to college. They've all gotten a college education of some sort. And she keeps telling him that we did him wrong because we homeschooled him, and, you know, now he doesn't have a proper education. I'm going to proper her ass. Nah. She's a good kid. And he's an even better kid. So he's got his head on straight, and that's all I care about. Bling-a-ding, bling-a-ding, bling-a-ding. In the card. Okay. Look, I homeschooled all my kids for a reason. One, because living in Nevada, we actually live in the worst school district in the country. This is the worst. Like, bottom of the list, Clark County, Nevada School District. That's where we're at. The reason that I homeschooled him specifically, I homeschooled the other ones until they hit high school, and then I let them make a choice. Either stay here and continue to be homeschooled, or go to like an online high school. Anything to keep them off the campus and away from the violence. And the other ones all wanted to go to the online high school, so I let them go into the online high school. He did not. He wanted to stay home. And I know why. And I kept him home because my youngest is deaf. Every other state in the United States has a deaf school. They have a school for deaf children. Nevada does not. All they have to do is get the land and build the building. The federal government pays for the school. They pay the teachers, they pay the administration, they pay for the day-to-day schooling. All of that stuff gets paid for by the federal government. The state doesn't have to pay anything. But Nevada does not want to waste the land to build the school. So there was no deaf school here. If I wanted to send him to a public school, I would have to pay for an interpreter because they would not guarantee that my son would have an interpreter in the classroom. So what is he getting out of going to a public school? The teachers don't sign. So what does he get? Nothing. He just gets more and more confused, more and more frustrated, more and more left behind. So we made the decision that his best educational course would be to stay home and be homeschooled. So his dad, because he went to kindergarten and first grade in public school, and his dad decided that keeping him home, knowing that he was deaf, was the best choice for him. So we kept him home. this is a kid he's 17 years old. He's going to be 18 in a few months. And if I take him out to a casino to go to a movie, because that's where all the theaters are in Vegas, is in the casinos, like he grabs onto me because he hears a little bit, but what he hears with all the noise going on, he can't differentiate the sound. So for him, it's just a roar of sound. And it's very disconcerting to him. Like he flew to see his girlfriend over the summer and he was terrified because he was afraid he was going to get lost. And I was like, it's not that big of a deal. I'll put you on the plane, let them know you're deaf. They will put you where you can get the stewardess's attention if you need something. They know how to handle it. And when you come back, you just do the same thing. You go up to the same people at the gate and tell them you're deaf, and they will get you the appropriate seating on the flight to get you home. So we made sure he had like a nonstop flight and everything, because I didn't want him wandering around an airport in a strange city by himself. That would have terrified me.
Night, Arlene.
And then I made sure his brother, he was actually flying to see his girlfriend, but his brother lives one state over. So I had his brother come down and pick him up at the airport so he didn't get confused and scared. All right. So I know what I'm doing over here. I'm going to put water drops on this page. Water drops. Come back here. Yeah, little booger. There. One up here. One down here. And right there. See that, like water drops. I like it. I like it a lot. I have to figure out what to do with that. Okay. Moving on. Well, you know, he could build a computer when he was 10. He could program by the time he was 12. He wants to move in with his girlfriend when he turns 18. So he wants to move. I think she lives in Oklahoma or Kansas. And I told him, I said, you can go when I know that she can sign for him. Because if she can't sign for him, then she can't be his voice. She can't be his ears. She can't help him. Like he works full time. He works at KFC. He's been about 3-4 months. Nobody he works with knew he was deaf. He reads lips really well. He knows to keep the ear that he can hear in, like, uncovered. So like when he wears the headset at the drive-thru, he always makes sure that he kind of keeps the headset back a little bit. He turns it all the way up, but he moves it back when he's not, when he doesn't have a call on it, so that he can hear his coworkers. And he's been there for 5 months and they're promoting him to a manager. He's going to be a shift manager. He's 17 years old. So obviously I did something right, because the kid, for lack of a better term, he kicks ass and takes names. He's very well-rounded, very centered. He's very goal-oriented. He knows what he wants to do in his life. His grandfather passed away a couple of years ago and left him an IRA. And he came in the other day and he brought his prospectus in and he showed it to me. And he's like, Mom, if I wanted to buy a house in Kansas so that I don't have to worry about having, you know, I'm not paying somebody else's bills, where could I like what price range would I be looking at with this money to be able to put down on a house to get a mortgage payment that would be within my means? So he's not stupid by any stretch of the imagination. And we sat down and I looked at it and I said, well, the IRA actually in Kansas will buy you a whole house. It'll buy you like a 2-bedroom house. And him and his girlfriend really don't think they want to have children. So if they did, it would be like 1. And for him and his girlfriend to buy a 2-bedroom house would be the perfect house for them. So I told him, I said, if you buy a 2-bedroom house, you could pretty much buy it cash with this. Or you could put like 80% of it down on a house, have the other 20% to buy a car, and then have a small mortgage payment every month that will help you build your credit. You decide what you want to do and we'll look at it that way. So he went and he looked at a couple of the options that he had for buying a house and so on and so forth. And he actually decided that the one he would put $80,000, 80% down on would be the one that he'd want versus paying for one outright, because the one he'd had to pay for outright, he's like, well, if I do that, I won't have any money left to, put in new floors if we need to, or what if I need to redo a bathroom or something, or put in new carpet? I won't have the money for that. So he's not stupid by any stretch of the imagination. He's a very smart kid, very goal and task oriented. And I love that about him. It just irritates me that, of all the places that we had to live, we picked the one dang state that won't give him an education, a proper education. They're just like, well, we just have to send him to school. And, if there's an interpreter there that day, there's an interpreter. That wasn't good enough. It wasn't good enough for me. It wasn't good enough for his dad.
Not only that, he was bored shitless.
He's a good kid. He's a shit, but he's a good kid.
He was bored in school.
Yeah, and he was bored. When we had him in school, he was so bored. Okay, so I have to figure out what to do with these. So my problem is that this has gold on it. By the way, I did a really awesome job here of lining this up. I can barely see where that is, but yay me. That's what I'm proud of today. Today, I'm proud that I lined up this gold filigree on this card perfectly. So I have to figure out what to do with this. My problem is that this is gold and I don't have any gold blingy bling. Like, not a bit of it. Why don't they make gold bling? Like, I have silver bling, but I have no gold bling. I need gold bling. I need to find some gold bling. I have yellow bling. No. I have orange. No. You don't belong in here. You belong in there. What do we got? Oh, wait. I might have some goldy bling. I might have. Look. I have stringo blingo. No, those are just dots. Hold on. I might have some gold bling. Over to the cabinet. Go to the bling section. Okay, let's look at the bling. Da, 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 da. Here, sit up there. Look in the blingy dingy. Bling, bling. No gold bling. No bling, no bling, no bling, no bling, no bling, no bling, no bling. And that's 2 green. Gold bling. I have this. No. It's too brown. Too brown. Nope, that's the bling. That's the bling I want. I would, except that my problem is that I've used the pink and the blue. So I don't want to add too many more colors, but I have this gold, and so I want to bring the gold into the pink part. Let me see if this one's socketed. It is, it is. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, yeah. That'll work. Blingy dingy. Okay. I think we'll use the little ones. I think we'll go up 1. We'll go with these, I think. One there. There. And split the difference. These are citrus. That's what they're called. Citrus jewels from Bo Bunny. And these tags are going to have to be done. And I still have to put the brads in them. Put the things in them. So I'm going to go there. 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 Do the same thing on this one. There. Come on. A little more. There. And there. So just enough bleeding. Not too gaudy, not over the top, just enough. Oh, and then I got a blingy dingy in here too. So, is that stripped? Or are they separate? Oh, they're stripped. Put blingy dingy over here. Here. Down here. I like it. It looks like bullet points. Was not my intention, but they look like bullet points. Yeah, so if you like these tags, I actually have a tutorial on them, including measurements and everything on my site, on my Facebook page. Well, hi, Barbara. Could you not sleep, honey? Hi, Tanya. Lost that little booger ahead earlier. Like you. There you are. Come here, you little shit. Okay, everybody back in the envelope. Back in there. Yeah, I never sleep. Like you too. I keep you out. You're cool. I might work on this. I never sleep. Laura's always getting mad at me and telling me I need to go to bed. Put you on there. Couple hours. I never sleep. I sleep like 3 to 4 hours a day. That's it. Come on. I want somebody to invent one of these dots that the paper actually comes off of. That would be impressive. I would be so impressed if they would just come up with a dot that it actually comes off of. I like those red ones that Stacy has. They seem to come off pretty easy. See, we're all horrible night owls. One more there. Yes, Michelle's learning how to navigate YouTube, how to pick up channels and subscribe. I think Amy might have finally gone to sleep. She hasn't been getting much rest lately. And I'm going to glue your tail down. Give you some dimension. It's the first thing I do every morning when I get up, Emily. I come in and I see who's posted, because I get up later than everybody else. I see who's posted, and then I watch all my East Coast people and my overnight people. And sometimes, I admit, I watch them on double speed, but I do watch them. And I try to comment. On everybody. All right, now I still have to figure out what to do with these. Still have no idea. Still haven't figured out why I use this paper. Don't know. This one's next. This is the easy one because it's silver and I got lots of silver. And I can use regular diamond blingies. I just need one of these. Fits in the pocket. Perfection. I'm going to put pink paper on that. Maybe this burgundy. Oh, I could just do it in gray. Nope, I'm going to do it in burgundy. Do it in burgundy. Nancy, if you're on YouTube, you have a channel. So yeah, I mean, not everybody posts content, but you still have a channel. Speaking of the big brain child, are ya awake? Yippers. What are you sending me? He sent me a picture from his phone that has It's for custom sound on the phone when he plugs in his headphones. He says, Mom, my phone agrees with me. I'm deaf as a doorknob. Yeah, Nancy, if you go in the upper right where you see your little face, if you click on that, it'll, one of the options it gives you is your channel. Click on your channel. It'll take you to your channel and show you what's there. Okay, anybody else have an iPad? Tell her how she can find her channel. I don't do iPads. And yes, Miss Barbara, you need to get up some videos. You haven't done a video in quite a while, since before you went on your trip. I'm sure you just thought that that would go unnoticed, but we noticed. If I were you, I'd be a smart butt and just post pictures, like a video of just the pictures of your trip, like a picture montage. Okay, so nobody has an iPod. Yeah, somewhere on there, it should be, you should be able to, there should be a drop down that says you can like go to the beta, like Beta Studio, YouTube, my channel, all that stuff. And you just have to find that it's probably in your controls somewhere. And just go to my channel and it'll take you right to it. This one I can blingy bling. First thing first, I need a tag. Clash. Close enough. Oh yeah, Nancy, ask your kid. He'll get you right in there, just like that. He'll be like, no, Mom, push this, this, that. There you go. You'll never be able to do it again, but he'll get you in there. Hi, Kathy. Shh. I won't tell anybody. Okay, let's see. I think I want it to be a little bit shorter. Yeah, that works. It's got to be blingy, though. No, it's not, Kathy. For us, it's only 11:19 at night. This one? Yeah, I found this one at the Goodwill, too. I think I paid $2 for it. And I paid $1 for this one. And I paid $5 for this one. I'm a thrift store junkie. Okay, so I like this. I'm going to bling this up. I need something uber blingy. Move this to be flat. Yeah, I have like a bunch of thrift stores that I go to, and one of the ones I go to, for some reason, they always have a lot of like craft supplies in there, and they're new in the package. So I don't know where they get them, but they've always got them every week. See, that's flatter. That'll work. Glue gun on. Now we'll wait for the glue gun. Emily, do you have the round blade, like the roller blade? Like that kind?
Okay. Let me see if I can find a little booger. Hold on. It's in one of these drawers. Now, you can just go to Walmart and buy a blade. Okay? But Fiskars actually made a sharpener for it. And I don't know where it is right now. But there's a sharpener that you can buy at Joann's. And it's two-sided and it's got a little thing. You just take the blade out and you screw it between the handles. And then you just wet the stone and you just turn it like 3-4 times. Then you turn the stone over and turn it 3-4 times on the other side. And it sharpens the blade to just like new. Because I quilt, so I actually use rotary cutters. And I have not purchased a new blade in about 4 years. Because I just redo them. I sharpen them. Come in. Work, stupid glue gun. But you have to get it at like Joann's or Michael's. Strings. Well, those blades are expensive. That's the thing. The blades are expensive. So if there's any way that you can save them, all the better. But my husband got one for me several years ago, and I use that thing to sharpen my blades constantly. Okay, so now I've got glue that I don't want on the outside of my piece. So pick that off. It's the only thing I hate about hot glue. You really can't control where it goes. I'm going to try this again because hot glue did not work.
as well as I'd hoped. Get that off of there. More glue. Probably burning the crap out of my hand right now. Good thing it's numb. See, there's an advantage to having carpal tunnel syndrome. I can't feel it when I burn it with the hot glue. Not working. Hot glue, no work. Okay, next idea. Is hot glue not working? See, come right up. Fog of Eternal Stench. We'll try this. At least this I can wipe off. Or I could just give up on this idea entirely and cut a heart out of paper instead of using a metal element. Try not to have anything that says glitter. This is about the limit of it. And it's because it doesn't come off. Okay, I don't like that idea. Goodbye. See you later. We'll move on to Plan B. Plan B. Plan B is I like Plan B. Plan B is cut new tag. Okay. Round corners. Okay, moving on to Plan B. Where's book? Need book. Book. And 5. That this Plan B. Okay. See? Backup plan. Plan B.
Yep, I'm going to tie it at the top.
I'm going to put it on the one, the big tag, but on the little tag, we're going to go with plan B. Plan B is almost as cute. Okay. So yeah, art glitter glue. Yeah. That's all I use. Love art glitter glue. Live with art glitter. See? Plan B. Always have a backup.
Yeah, Michelle, if there's anything that you were looking for specific that didn't come in the digital pack, if you let me know, I can see if I have it for you, because I have probably 5 times what was in that pack.
What I like about the digital packs is that I can change the size of the paper. So if I'm doing a smaller book, I can move the paper down to like a 6x6 or a 5x5. Okay, so we got that. We need to put a thing in here. Needs a thingy dingy.
You gonna try and sleep some more, Barbara? All right, honey. I hope you can get some rest. If you do get some sleep, I'll see you tomorrow at MM. Yeah, Emily, and you got to get the art glitter glue. You have to get that before a certain time of the year, or they won't even ship it.
This is a good second though. The PVA glue. I get this from Amazon, and it's a little thicker than art glitter glue, but it works almost as good. It does take longer to dry than the art glitter glue though. I will give you that. It does take longer to dry, because like art glitter glue dries before you can get it down on the paper. Okay. Nice and dry. And see, it looks just like shiny metal, right? Works for me. Yeah, my mirror. I love this stuff. Love it. Okay. Now you go in the pocket. Fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. Okay. Now I need a card to fit. 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 Really too high. Now you fit pretty good. I'm going to shave a little bit off the bottom on this. Just a little. Yeah, I find all kinds of cool stuff in the thrift store. The one thing that I want, it's like the holy grail of thrift store finds, is one of these days I'm going to walk in there and I'm going to find a cinch. I know I am. Now, I don't want a cinch, but I'm going to find one. And I will end up doing with it probably the same thing that I do with everything else, and I'll end up putting it in one of my sales. And I know they can be found because I've seen people find them. A cinch is, it's kind of like a comb binder, but for the metal combs. And I know a lot of people that have them and they use them for like binding journals and stuff. And I just know I'll find one eventually because I find everything else in the thrift store. But that's like the holy grail for me. Like if I can find a cinch, I would be so happy. I don't even, like I said, I don't even want to keep it, but I want it just to say that I found one. Yeah, just Google cinch binder. And it should come up. And I was doing the other side of this gray. Yes, yes. Okay. Gray, gray, need gray. No, too brown. Much better. Yeah, that's like the holy grail of the bookbinders. Because like I have a regular binder, and I can do really big binders on it, but they're plastic. The comb binders are plastic, so they don't hold up very well. So the metal ones hold up better. But y'all have seen my books. I prefer to stitch my stuff in. So I wouldn't use it. But I'd love to get one to be able to have it in my sale for you guys. Because there are some people that I know that would lose their minds over a cinch binder. Let it dry. Boy, I got to turn the Nightbot off. He's a pain in the behind. Oh, yeah. I got this one at a thrift store. This thing was game changer because it's spring loaded. The handle and everything is spring loaded. That I can cut like 40 sheets of paper with this thing at a time. I can punch holes in 40 sheets of paper at a time. Game changer. Well, right now, I'm going through, I had a storage garage that had a whole bunch of my crafting stuff in it because I've been crafting for about 30, 35 years. And I've done quilting, and I have done paper craft, and I have done painting, and I have done every craft you can imagine, bead making and all that stuff. And Hubber and I are thinking about retirement. You know, he's getting close. And so I'm like, well, it's time to clear it all out. So he has emptied my storage garage and brought everything to the house for me. And I've been going through all my stuff. So I'm going to be doing kind of destashing stuff. So that's why I'm probably going to go to 2 sales a month just to kind of clear out what I have. Because I have so much stuff, it's literally disgusting. I have like 30 or so tubs of fabric. Just fabric. Just fabric. So over the next few months, I'm going to be doing some major destashing. I'm going to wear Laura out. Poor Laura and Janie are going to be so worn out. There we go. Woohoo! Look at that. It's a thing of beauty. Thing of beauty, I tell you. Come out of there. Open up that socket at the bottom. There we go. Thing of beauty. Well, I try to only do one sale a month for a couple of reasons. Because I scaventure every week. So I scaventure the last week of every month and then the first 3 weeks for my sale on the 4th week of every month. So I do 4 weeks of scaventure for one sale. My sales have been running about 3.5 hours long. So in order to lighten that load for Laura, because it's really hard for her, one, I've been asking Janie to step in, but two, I'm going to be doing sales that are probably going to run like 4.5 hours trying to de-stash stuff. And so I'm going to go to 2 sales a month. I don't like to do it because I'm not in it for the money per se at this point. At this point, I'm in it to get rid of the stuff that I have. And I don't want to just take it and dump it in the thrift store because there are not a lot of crafters in Las Vegas. And the ones that are here, they don't go to the thrift store to look for stuff because there's 4 Joann's and 4 Tuesday mornings and 2 Hobby Lobbies and probably 15 scrapbooking stores and 8 or 9 different fabric stores. So they're not going to the thrift store to buy that stuff. And I know from my experience, and I used to work at Savers, which is like the biggest thrift store here, a lot of that stuff, they throw it out because they don't know what it is or they don't know what to do with it. So if I took like my Jarrow trim, they would throw this in the trash. A crafter would die on the spot if they saw this go in the trash. Like I could see like the most dignified 80-year-old lady, if she was a crafter, dumpster diving to get this out. But they don't see it that way. They see it as junk and they throw it out. Gallbladder. I had my gallbladder out. Damn near killed me. My thoughts will definitely be with her. I went to the hospital 4 times. They at one point thought I was having a heart attack. I was 26 years old because of my gallbladder. They took it out the day after I got married. The nurses were sweet about it. They rolled in one of those big recliner chairs for my husband and hung a sign on my door that said honeymoon suite, knock before entering. So they were real sweet about it. Of course, we did miss our honeymoon. But yeah, that damn near killed me. And I was only 26 years old. I couldn't imagine doing it now. Honey, I think for a second I thought Honey fell asleep on the couch. She'll be fine, honey. She'll be fine. Especially if she knows you're there for her. You know how moms are. We don't like to disappoint our children. She'll be close and she'll be like, hell no, I ain't doing this now. My kids are waiting for me. Those old broads are stubborn like that. I got to go in and have surgery on my hands. And I'm not looking forward to that. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, so I need some blingy dingy. I need to put a thingy in this thingy. But I don't have any thingies that size. So it looks like we're cutting holes. Where'd I put that piece of paper? There it is. All right. We've been punching some holes. In there. I think I can get one out of there. Honey, can I have a soda on your way through? Thank you, darling. Oh, wow. I have anesthesia awareness, which means I wake up during surgery. So I have to go and get my hands done, and I've been putting it off for a year because I'm terrified that I'm going to go in and have surgery and wake up in the middle of it. I mean, like, it's funny when I wake up during dental surgery or something because, you know, just surprises the dentist or whatever. But if I had to wake up during a major surgery, I think I'd freak out. Yeah, that's perfect. I like that. Okay, well, we're getting there. This tag that wasn't talking to me is starting to speak. And it needs bling, 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 bling. And then bling, 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 bling. Dooby dooby doo. Well, our thoughts will definitely be with you and your mom, honey. And I know it's not an elective thing, so it's not like you can go, well, you know, maybe we can put this off. Unfortunately, it is not an elective. It is a you got to do it now. No.
So I do, but
You need a big blingy. No, I need small blingies. Hello, son.
Hello.
Nice to see you're all warm.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's the same outfit I've worn for 3 days now, so I should probably wash it.
Yeah, would you wash it? You start to smell.
Yeah. So say I think everybody in my staff has seen me wear this at least once over the last 3 days. I'm pretty sure I'm starting to catch on a little bit.
Yeah, do some laundry or something, would you?
Yeah. it was gonna last night, but it just didn't work out well for me. My dumbass decided to take a double shift, so that's fun.
Remini chicken?
And now all the chicken is awful.
It's the benefit to having a kid that works at KFC. Brings home chicken. All right. All right, guys. It be midnight. Be midnight in my world, even. Sort of. Kind of. It is. And I have made numerous tags tonight. A disgusting amount of tags. So we still got to finish these two. But we finished this one. Pretty much finished this one. This one needs a little love. We did this one. That one. Love that one. Although I think I should have gone with apricot on that, but I didn't. Got this one. And this one. These I'd already done. Completed. So I got like 3 or 4 left to do. And that's kind of it. And then I'm done with these. And I'm going to package them up. And I'm going to sell them. Because I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I might keep them. So I will probably sell them. Hey, found some more bling. I love when my bling jumps out. So, I'm going to get my mess cleaned up. Yeah, I know. Well, he started working there because his favorite food was KFC. Now, not so much. Now, not so much. All right, so let me get this all cleaned up here. Yeah, fast food isn't the greatest thing on the planet, but it's a great stepping stone. And let's face it, it's one of the few jobs that is recession proof, because no matter what, people are going to have to eat. Okay, got that put away. Need a rubber band for this. Well, if you come to Vegas, you can order the one from Red Rock, because my son is the late night cook there, and he actually cooks food up until the time they're supposed to close. Because he hates stale food. And he always brings food home. Bleedy. Punchy thingies. By the way, I want y'all to know that I only ate 5 goldfish. So when she says nobody eats 5 goldfish, I only ate 5 goldfish. I haven't had any more. I literally opened that thing to eat 5 goldfish. All right. What else? Okay, those got to put away. Oh, hey, those puffy lace things that I opened them up. This is what they look like. The puffy things that were in my haul, this is what they look like. It's like 4-inch wide lace. This one's like 3.5, and this one's 4 inches wide. So that was those puffy, weird ball things. So I opened them up. So if you saw my last adventure, you saw these and they were all poofy. But I opened them up because I wanted to see what it looked like. Okay. Those go up there. This has got to get put away. And it goes over there. Over there. Thank you. Yeah, it had a lot of lace in one. It's like a yard. It's like 36 inches long by like 3.5 or 4 inches wide. It's pretty big stuff. So I may keep some. I may get rid of it. Who knows? Isn't it nicer than the puffy things? I didn't like the puffy things. The puffy things reminded me of a bath puff.
Son, welcome to the next 50 years of your life.
Shit.
I wing it every.
I've been winging it since I was 12. What are you talking about?
Yeah, well, hey, you gotta wait for them. Come.
I take tests, and look at that.
Oh, Hubbard's coming to say goodnight. You have to say goodnight to the Hubbard.
Good night, dear.
Good night, Hubbard. I love you.
I can't reach you all this crap here.
Mwah.
Love
Good
you.
night.
Good night.
I'll be in shortly.
Nah.
Good night, son. Take a shower. You smell like a giant chicken.
Yeah, I have to take a shower and start laundry. I need clothes to wear to my test tomorrow.
Okay. Go take a shower. Start your laundry. I'll get it in the dryer before I go to bed.
Okay.
Okay? That way you can get some sleep.
Well, I mean, my tests aren't that early in the morning. It's just by 9. It's at the career college that's like right around the corner. So the bus ride isn't going to be that long.
Yeah, still.
And I need some sleep.
Get some sleep. You're going to take a test tomorrow. You need sleep. Love you.
Love you too.
Good night, son. Good night, Bemis Hubbard. Good night, poultry smelling son. Amy says, good night, Hubbard. Good night, Bemis poultry smelling son.
Because I complain a lot, Emery likes to call me the chicken bitch.
Go away.
Just saying.
Hey, son, I have a
Michelle, are you
reputation
talking
by
about
one of
the,
my
like,
other
the
employees.
blue and pink
buddies.
and
His
green
wife called
colored
me Mr. Pants.
lace that I had in the
I
auction?
did.
Yeah, everybody at work just needs something. Not a mean.
It's all right, son.
Yeah, I got some of that. So I am going to do 2 sales this month. The first one,
Like, oh, you are a chicken.
is going to be on the 11th. On the 11th at 4 o'clock my time. So 4 o'clock Pacific Standard Time on the 11th. I'm going to do the first auction, and then the second one will be the last Friday of the month as normal. I'm going to start destashing some rubber stamps and possibly some cutting dies because I did my stickers already, except for the new ones that I just got, but I put those in the store. So, and the store will reopen on the 5th. So just a couple more days and I'll have the store opened up again. And when I open the store back up, I'll do a preview of some of the things that I put into the store and do an announcement for a discount code for everybody being patient and waiting for it to reopen. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I get the shipping issue fixed when I do this reboot on the store. But if you feel that your shipping is a little weird, then just screenshot your order for me and send it to me at my email. Ooh, puppy time. And I will. They're coming. Hold on. And there they go. Then just shoot me an email with the list and I'll go through it and get you an appropriate price once I do the reopen. Okay. This auction will be the exception. I will not be sending out any pre-order for this auction, so you cannot get the auction list in advance. It'll be a short list, probably only 30 to 40 lots. So quick and done. Done and dirty. And it's probably going to be like one of my standards. I won't even have Laura work on this one. It'll be like, here's the item. This is the price. I'm going to throw up a bunch of them one at a time. The first me gets it. Because that's the way I roll. All right. Yes, please, Amy, would you? I'd appreciate that. Emily, if you let Amy know your channel and your sale and everything, she'll put it up on Journey of Crafting for you. Because they have a page where they post everybody's sales. And if you have a regular sale, let them know. They'll put it up there regular for you. If you don't already do that. Every bit helps, you know? It does. This is what's left in the bag of stickers. That's it. Rest of them went in the shop. I put most of them in the shop this time. Ew, stupid cat. Anything else I need to tell you guys? I think that's it. Most of you I will see tomorrow for Mixed Media Mashup over at the Poodles. Amy, you should come and hang out. Even if you don't play, you should still come and hang out with us. Because it's fun. Especially watching Laura get frustrated and yelling at Stacy. Let me think. I think that's it, guys. That's all I got. So, let me do my spiel. Well, I will send it to you, Laura, Amy. I'll have Laura do it. She does it all the time. So that link is to the Journey of Crafting groups. And you go there and they will get you all set up and everything. And It's Natasha's group, and she does a live stream every Monday through Friday, except next week. I think she's got a day she's taking off for her daughter's 18th birthday. I don't remember what the date is, but Amy will know. Amy knows everything about Natasha's world. So I'll do my spiel. Ready? If you haven't done so already, do me a favor. Hit that red button right over there and let's be friends. Like me, ring my bell, share me with all your friends. Till the next time, guys. I love you. I appreciate you. And come back and see me sometime. Bye-bye.